Hey, welcome to Cox Family Travels. The bells! The bells! So today we are at Stephen Foster Folk Culture Center State Park. That's the biggest name, I think.
Yeah.
I think so far.
So far, yeah. There was that other one that I can't think of the name of.
I don't know what one you're referring to. But anyway, that's the name of this one.
Right.
And it is in White Springs, Florida, which is near Lake City, which is just south of the Georgia border off of 75.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
we're heading up to see my family in Northeast Georgia. So in order to do that, we pretty much wanted to take 75 most of the way up, and because that's the straightest shot. And so we're kind of concerned, like, is there going to be anything to see here
or stay
because we would like to make it a neat little trip. So you found this place.
I did.
He's always good about finding new and exciting places, but this place,
it's really not that difficult.
Well,
I just look at the thing.
Oh, well, RV Parky, right? Is that what you use? Yeah, that's a great app that we found. But anyway, this park seemed like it'd be pretty neat, so we decided to stay for a couple of nights, 3 actually, and I've loved it here. I mean, it's beautiful. First of all,
it's smaller.
It is smaller, so it's not a park where there's a lot of hiking and everything. And actually, the one trail we tried to go on, I think there maybe the Florida Trail goes through here, but there was another little trail, but it was closed because they're doing some timber work here because there's some pine beetles and they're trying to eliminate that problem. So, but overall, it's well maintained. The park itself is just nice. I just feel like it's relaxing, but it's really convenient to 75. So it was nice to, we drove a couple of hours down from Lake Griffin. Is that where we came from? Up from Lake Griffin to here. It was just a couple hours drive, and we didn't have to drive a long way off of 75 to get here. You can kind of hear some road noise,
a hum from it.
A hum, but it's not bad at all. And there's a couple of museums here, which has been nice. Like there's
like that one right there.
Yeah.
Can you see my?
Yeah, I think it can. Yeah, but the bell tower, which sometimes we'll play Stephen Foster songs. They're trying to raise money to fix it. They had an electrical problem, so it's kind of like it's the bells sound on the hour, and sometimes they'll play a song, but I think it's supposed to happen more often than what it does. Yeah,
they play a couple of songs actually, but what I've heard anyway is that the bells are either not quite in tune or the timing is off,
slightly.
And that is what the problem is. So the songs don't really sound that good.
Yeah, but Stephen Foster, I was completely ignorant about who he was and what, but he was a very prolific songwriter. He wrote the most famous one would be Swanee River, Old Folks at Home, and then he also, which is the state song of Florida, and he had never been to Florida and never seen the Swanee River when he wrote that song. It was just it only fit in the song, that name.
It was a sham.
It was like his brother just looked at an atlas and said, "What about Swanee?" And he's like, "That's it." So but he also wrote "Oh Susanna" and Camptown Races, and just a lot of neat things that he did, and but it's been, I think, just a neat experience. And the craft thing, that was a neat, I didn't even realize that was going to be a thing, but they have little craft demonstrations, and it depends on when you're visiting. We are here in apparently a not busy time for this park. We're here in the very end of July. Nobody's here really, just a few campers, and very few day visitors, I think. But especially through the week. Now, on the weekends, I think it does get kind of busy on Saturday. People, the people at the craft thing said there were 50 visitors to their one little building on Saturday. But they have more demonstrations in the fall. The kids, there's a forge down there, and the kids really wanted to see that demonstration, but they weren't there. And I asked the ranger at the gift shop, and she said, "Oh well, basically October through February." So,
which is crazy because it feels okay here in the morning. In the afternoon, it was kind of hot, but right now, what time is it? It's 8:06 in the morning that we're recording this. And it's a little overcast, but it's probably 80. Yeah,
and it was, and compared to where we were down in Sarasota, it is amazing what the difference in temperature has been. Up here, it's we get out early in the morning before the sun rises, and it's in the 70s. It's just been nice.
Jacket.
No, we do not need a jacket.
I need a jacket.
He needs a jacket.
And they also do like annual events. They have this tractor show that's been going on for decades, I guess. A friend of mine said that she used to come and camp here every year so that her dad could take part in that tractor show.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a neat park. It feels like a place that time kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Like we're standing near the North Gate, which is, we think, probably used to be the main gate, because if you drive through that gate and you come around the corner, that's when you see this tower. It's just like, it's a view.
Amazing.
You come around the corner, you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
But that's not even the gate that you come in now. That gate's closed. So you come in the other one, you have to drive around through the parking areas and everything to get to the campground.
Yeah, and the stuff that, like the bells are in need of repair, and I think the building needs some repair too. But the facilities for the campground have been great. So I mean, I think you should definitely try visit this park and see all the stuff, because it's still a really neat park.
Yeah, it's definitely a good place if you're traveling through to stay, and then I think even as maybe not a full-on destination, like you're going to stay here for a couple of weeks.
Right.
But it does have the Swanee River, so you could go fishing and canoeing and all that kind of stuff here.
Yeah, and certainly if you're on your way down to Disney, this would be a great little place to stop, because there's not a lot to stop at. In South Georgia, it's like you get down, there's a lot of nothingness there.
As far as state parks and things like that. You could stay at private places.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Which we're trying to avoid. We're actually staying at our first private park for one night tonight on the way to North Georgia. So we'll see how that goes for us just for that night. So if you're on your way through, or you're just looking for a place in North Florida to stay, I think this is a great spot. And if you want to see our full review where we talk about all kinds of other stuff, head over to coxfamilytravels.com and you can find it there. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.